Stephen A. Smith. He's at it again, honey. Let me tell you what Mr. Smith got to say now. All right, so he's back on Jasmine Crockett neck trying to say, well, the reason she can't go nowhere because how she talks, her verbiage. Man, are you kidding me? We are in 2025 under Trump presidency. So pretty much if you guys now have seen what's going on right here, everything is just out the loop. Nobody is very articulate. Nobody is very, how can I say it, back in the day, traditionally, how they speak to you. The conservatives are not even like that. Conservatives are very aggressive. They say what they want. They're very blunt. They say how they feel. They don't care about your feelings. All right? So neither does Jasmine. The rest of the Democrats, they're too soft. They're giving back how traditionally it used to be, but today has changed. Political party leaders are very much aggressive. They're very offensive. They name call, and they get nasty, and they're rude. I mean, that is the tone that we are in. And people are saying you need to knock on your president door, which is Trump, because he's going to call you stupid. He's going to call you ugly. He's going to call you fat. He's going to say whatever he wants to say. And so is his loyalists. They call people fat. I mean, just whatever they want to say. But Smith got an issue with Jasmine. And she's not even at the top tier. She can't change nothing. And she's doing a great job with the verbiage that she used because she talks to real people. Okay? She connects with real people, and that's what she's there for, to represent real people, okay? Huh? So I don't understand. It seemed like he just like to yell on the mic and say this, and he thinks because he talking loud that he actually doing something. So let's play it. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe here. Let me tell you guys who I am. I am Jessica. I am a YouTube commentator. I am a comedian. I'm an actress. And I'm on all platforms. So make sure you guys subscribe, like, share, and follow. So let's hear what he has to say. I might stop and go because sometimes, he just, okay. So let's hear what he has to say. This is the backlash he's giving Jasmine. He's steady coming for Jasmine. After Serena Williams' husband stomped on him, okay, and checked him in his studio, and Mr. Smith, he wasn't even there. That's how scared he was of the white husband man, okay? He cannot compare or compete with a husband, okay? And a father. Well, I'm sure he's a father, but he ain't no damn husband. So let's get back to the action. Listen to this. Listen.
You just heard that. There was also another one where she called him again a white supremacist. But it didn't just stop there. She went to her own governor of the state of Texas, who's in a wheelchair, by the way. Keep that in mind. And listen to what she said about him.
We in these hot-ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot-ass mess, honey. So yes.
Governor Hot Wheels. And the only thing that is hot about him is that he's a hot-ass mess. And that's going to serve 750,000 constituency in the 30th District of Texas. That is what I was saying. Never mind what she feels.
Child, please, Smith. Ain't nobody got a problem with her saying that, okay? Hot Wheels. Okay? Grow up. Hot Wheels. Ain't nothing bad about that. Hot Wheels. It was a joke. It's funny. Trump tell jokes all the time. Republicans tell jokes all the time. Don't you watch Fox Late News? They definitely joke on everybody. And nobody cares. Stop being so sensitive and uptight. God damn. He gotta act like he got an up in his butt. Like, come on now. Oh, it's just ridiculous at this point. Crying and whining over Hot Wheels that she said, how long ago was that? Months ago? Weeks ago? The people who she's serving ain't complain about that. So please just shut it up. He just want to complain about something. He don't got shit to complain about, so he complain about some goddamn Hot Wheels. Okay, the guy that she said Hot Wheels, what he got to say? He a grown ass man. He can speak up and stand up for himself. He don't need you to speak up for another man. Okay, hell.
Never mind whatever level of justification you may have towards feeling the way that you feel. When you're in her position, that's not going to get you anywhere.
Lies. That got her where she is because she's real. And the people are going to steady voting for her because she's real. She's not out here faking a funk, acting and playing nice. Okay? No. Just like Trump. Y'all said that Trump wouldn't be president because of X, Y, and Z, how he talks and how he does things. But people voted for Trump because they wanted somebody they felt that was real. They wanted somebody that talked to them. This is 2025. We're not in the 1990s, okay? Where you have to put on a front. You have to play nice. You have to be very articulate with your words and be poised and act like this and talk like this and sit like this and sit like that. We're not doing that no more. Okay? Shit, I look at the Republicans all the time and they say however they want to say when they want to say it. They are very bold and blunt with it and they don't give no fucks. Okay? And Jasmine, to me, is just taking a page from their book because most of the Democrats, they ain't bold with it, Hell, I wish they would get some more fire in their ass and really speak bluntly to the people, But let's continue
That's
on.
what I was saying. What I was saying was this educated, brilliant black woman representing over 750,000 people is engaging in verbiage and rhetoric for the streets. And that's fine when you're in the streets. How many of y'all bring the streets to the table when you at the negotiating table trying to get a deal done? How many of you are able to think that for a second that you're able to bring street?
Honey, we are the streets. The people are in the streets. Hell, we can't afford housing. We are in the damn streets. She is talking to the people, okay? We are in the streets. That is where we are. We're not at the White House. We're not the elite. He wants Jasmine to talk like she's talking to the upper elites, the 1%. Okay? No, she's here for the real people, and she's going to speak to real people, and she's getting our attention. Okay? Pretty much. Yeah. So he's woofing about that. What do y'all think about that? Put your comments
Verbiage
below.
to Capitol Hill, and that's going to work for you. You literally have senators and congressional figures on Capitol Hill on the side of the Republicans telling the networks, whether it's Fox News, News Nation, or anybody else, please, please, please put her front and center on camera. Why would they do that? Because they know it wins for them. And what I was saying was, I appreciate her passion, her intellect, the fact that her heart and her willingness to be courageous and all of those things are in the right place. But my God, isn't it about winning too? Ain't it about getting it done? How about positioning yourself, since Jasmine Crockett was on the record stating that we got to keep our eyes on the federal courts because the conservative federal courts are putting forth rules and regulations, policies, and fiduciary and judicial things that serve to benefit one side of our country, but not necessarily all sides. Well, wouldn't that mean that you'd want to become a judge? You are a lawyer by trade. You are licensed to practice law in Texas, Arkansas, and the federal courts. Wouldn't you be somebody that we'd want on the courts or at least on committees having a strong arm towards dictating who ends up on the courts, not just the Supreme Court, but federal courts throughout this country, because that's what senators do, right? Wouldn't you want to position yourself to be able to beat a Ted Cruz or a Senator Cornyn? I'm talking about winning. I'm talking about winning. Democrats do. You just heard that.
Child, the game is rigged. Okay, the game is whole rigged. Everybody is cheating. Ain't nobody playing fair. Everything is already calculated and set up how it's the higher ups is going to be. I don't even believe Donald Trump is really in charge. I feel that he's a puppet. Okay, press 2 if you feel like Donald Trump is a puppet too, but it's some people behind the scenes that are the higher ups that are in control. All this shit right here, please, man. He just want to talk or yell just to yell. He's so loud with it. Why he's so yelling all the time? But I guess people love when you yell. I'm going to try yelling. I try. So this is what people are saying. They say he didn't say anything wrong. We should be able to critique our politicians, black or white, all right? So I'm sure people got in his ass, all right? Well, why don't he have that smoke for a man, a white man at the top? Why is he always going for a woman, a black woman, all right? Keep that energy for Trump. That's the president. I mean, that is the top person that everybody is looking up to. So when you criticize Trump, which is the leader, he's the man, then guess what? It trickles down to everyone else. So therefore, Jasmine should say, wow, Trump is changing his tune. Let me dial back. But everybody is following the leader, which is Trump. When he goes out, says what he wants to say and don't care, and gives no F's, then more people are going to have that same energy. They're going to match the president's energy. But he's scared to criticize Trump. Okay? So I think people will have a difference if he did everybody equally, but he doesn't. All right? So people are saying, responding to that, you are biased as hell. You make excuses for Trump, but have a higher standard for her. All right? So everybody's getting in his ass. All right, go ahead. All right, so what else are people saying in this comment section? My goodness, why did it blow up like this? It says Trump become the president with the exact words. I wonder what's the difference could be. He does. Everybody know Trump is blunt and he don't care. Hell. And that's why everybody else have this type of energy. That's why the Republicans, they feel so emboldened. They say whatever the hell they want to say. They don't give a damn about anybody's feelings. They call the Democrats lunatics. They call them insane. I mean, what type of verbiage is that? If you're trying to bring people together, calling a group of people insane and ludicrous and saying, well, it is the facts, it's the truth. I mean, that is not getting anything together. But he would not dare say that. He don't have the balls to say that. Now, what if Jasmine used that same exact verbiage and called them ludicrous and called them insane? He would say, why are you saying that, Jasmine? You cannot call them insane when you're trying to work with them. But they're calling Democrats insane. They calling her ludicrousy. Okay? They call her all types of names. Ghetto. What do they call her? A lot of stuff. You know, ghetto black bitch, whatever. What's that lady say? But he did not correct her. He didn't say anything smoke. Listen, I know an undercover Republican when I see one. He is an undercover Republican. I'm sure he's getting paid by the Republican Party to continue to poke jabs at Jasmine and certain people. That is what he does. He try to come off like, you know, he's neutral, or he try to come off like he's for the Democrats. That is a bold-faced lie. Stop allowing motherfuckers to gaslight you. They are who they say they are. He's a Republican. I just own up with it. He's a motherfucking Republican. All right, let's move on. Okay? Okay. Why else would the Republicans love him so much, right? Okay. So it says, let's start holding the president accountable. That is what people are saying for his actions and verbiage. How about that? And it makes sense because he is the man at top. Like I said, if you guys want to change everybody else, you have to change the leader. Everybody is looking up to the leader. Everybody is being influenced by the leader. His tone, his energy, people are going to be influenced by that. And that's exactly what you see. Pretty much. That's why the world is crazy now and there's so much hate filled and division because they are matching Trump's influence. That is Trump influenced. The father of chaos, okay? The father of chaos. Well, comment, let us know what you guys think about this, and I'll see you guys on another video. Bye.